Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video we will be looking at a pretty old and interesting Ruko lock. This is the Ruko 500, but it's a special version. It has a sleeved plug. So let's take a look what it means. So here is our key, really nice classic key, made in Denmark. Other than that, we have 5 cuts on the key because this is a 5-pin lock. This is our typical Scandinavian oval housing. Actually, this is hollow, so that's interesting. These are 5. I don't know. I guess it has something to do with how the lock is assembled. I think, but I'm not sure. So now comes the most interesting part, and it's the plug itself. So we have our keyway in here, so pretty annoying actually. It would be annoying even if there were standard pins, but there are not standard pins, there are special pins inside of these locks, so the keyway makes it kind of difficult. Yes, so let's just take a look what's most interesting about this lock. So if you look closely, this plug has like a metal sleeve that encases it. So you can see that it's joint in here, this sleeve, and it's secured by these two, I guess. I don't know if they're rivets, but yeah, that's the sleeve basically. It goes around the plug. And what's interesting is what is under this. So obviously I cannot remove this, but if I removed it, you would see that these chambers, these pin chambers that are under this sleeve, are actually widened at the top to make things like a little easier to imagine. Imagine that I had like some tool that would cut the plug, and I would take this tool and basically cut off this whole upper section of the plug, so it would be, this basically would not be there, and after I cut it I would put that sleeve around it. So the result would be, and the result actually is, because that's how it's done, is that there is like a free space somewhere in here, right? See, I can stick my hook in there on both sides because the sleeve is round and there is like this is flattened top of the plug, so there is like free space in there, and this free space is actually countermilling basically. That's the way how the countermilling works, or it's actually an analogy to countermilling, because in countermilling the chambers themselves are milled, and here it's the plug that is milled or actually modified, and the sleeve goes around. So the space that suddenly is there is the space that is like countermilling. So it would not make sense to have countermilling in a lock if we did not have some pins that would catch there. And indeed, we have 4 of these very well-known gin bottle spools, and as you can see, these pins have like a narrow section in here and a pretty sharp lip. So the way that gin bottle spools work, if you don't know, I can demonstrate it in this particular case. So at normal state they are chilling like here, right? And when you're trying to pick the lock, you are applying some tension, right? So you rotate it, the plug, like this, and you are trying to push this gin out. So you are pushing it, and suddenly it ends up, this sharp lip suddenly gets caught in this free space that I showed you, right? Somewhere here. So it cannot go out, and it would not be possible for you to force it out because it really locks up. So the way you pick this is when you have a gin, or this driver called gin, in this countermilling or in this sleeve. You basically need to either manually rotate or slowly release tension, so the plug is almost in neutral position, then push the gin out and rotate it back so it gets free from the counter milling. So that's like the very basic theory of picking gin bottle spools. I think it's it's a good idea to recommend you a video from Artichoke. I will link it in the description, where he talks especially or exactly about this kind of lock, this sleeved Ruko. So I think it's really good. So you should watch it if you're interested. So I just flew over the whole theory, but he goes really like in detail. So if you're interested, I can only recommend that video. So we have 4 of these gin bottle spools in here. We have 1 standard pin, and the key pins are all standard, so there's nothing interesting about them. The way you pick this lock is that you first try to put all of these gins into that sleeve or into that space I showed you. That space that can be called countermilling, but it's not, of course, but it works the same way. And after you do it, you will get a huge faucet, and then what you have to do obviously is you need to free up all of these gins from there, and you do that by, as I showed you, slowly rotating the plug back and tapping on the pin with your hook. You will see it as I do it in the video, but I think it's been covered in many other better videos, the whole theory of picking such pins. But this is just an interesting way how Ruko did, or ESA as well, I think, countermilling, or yeah, this whole sleeved kind of thing. So that's why I found it pretty interesting, and I hope you will too. Okay, so without further ado, I think I said all I wanted about it. So let's go ahead and get this lock picked. All right, here we go. Okay, works. Okay, so let's go clockwise. So first thing we need to do is we need to get all of the gins into the countermilling. So 5 is binding, click there, 4, click there. I think I'll click on 3, click on 2, another click on 2, and a huge faucet. So now we'll start looking for the pins that give us like a hard stop when we push on them, and pins that we can feel that make the plug hop up and down. Okay, so 4, I think I got him set. Now 2, okay, the plug movement is really obvious here. Okay, got him out of the milling. 1, again the plug is moving up and down as I tap on it with light tension, so slowly releasing tension, tapping on 1. Okay, it's out. Perfect, and now let's see if we need to see anything else. Okay, maybe 3. Okay, there it is. Perfect. So we have the lock picked, and we will try to get it in a orderly fashion. So let me first try to remove this circlip without actually completely destroying it. Okay, it doesn't want to turn, which I do not appreciate, especially with the camera in the way, but I guess I'll have to solve it somehow. Okay, maybe now. I just want to actually, why don't I just flip the whole thing? Okay. Now I should be able to sneak both of these in here. Yeah, I think it went apart a little. I don't want to completely deform the clip, obviously. Okay, it's coming apart. It is coming apart, okay. Man, this clip is really thick. Extremely thick. Okay, is this enough? I don't think it is. Okay, this should be enough. Okay, I'll look at that clip. Jesus. Alright, so now that we have the clip out of the way, I think we can start gutting. Okay, but first let's do this. Let's do this, and here we go. Okay, so we have, I think I will need to shim this. I'm actually pretty sure, but I do have a shim prepared. Right. I had it, I swear. Where is it? Oh, under the mouse. Perfect. Okay, so let's go. Doesn't really want to go in. Yeah, I guess there's some dirt inside of the lock. I think it's the first time I'm getting it, so I don't know what to expect in there. I mean, I don't have to go all the way in, but some extra centimeters would be nice, right? Okay, what do I turn it like this? Will it help? I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't look like it will help. Alright, let me try one more time and then I will just try to push it out. Maybe the jeans wouldn't fall into that gap. I don't know, but I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, the shim is actually breaking. I don't like that. Okay, so yeah, just fuck it. Let's go. Yeah. Look at how. Oh, it was actually. It was getting under the sleeve. That's pretty cool. All right, we can dump the key-pins now. So. I don't really want to go out. One. 3. This is 2. 1. 4 and 5. Okay. So dirty as I suspected. This is 5, right? Yeah. Okay, and now let's remove the drivers. So there's 1. Kind of sticking to my tweezers. It's been a while since this saw the light of the day, that's for sure. Okay. 4 and 5. Okay, perfect. It's actually a standard. I didn't realize. That's why I didn't have to float pick it. Well, it makes sense now. Okay. Now the springs. Oh my god, these are really caked in there. Oh, this helped. Oh, please. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's all. That's all she wrote. So let me give you a close up. These are some nice looking jeans. There's lift plug, and that's all for today, guys, I guess. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video on this interesting Ruko. And yeah, see you next time with the next video, hopefully real soon. Until then, bye.